I don't get surprisingly spoiled by people that I don't really know that well, but have chatted to 1,000 times via chat that live across the other side of the world. But today, jeepers, I got absolutely spoiled. Let's take a look. G'day all, welcome back to Frostbite's GIJOE Repro. So, got home today from work. Just started a new job recently. It's pretty full on. Um, Big change in the last couple of months. Certain people may have noticed I may have not been able to attend, people's live videos. Very sorry for that. New job is just literally smashing me, and yeah, I've been getting home pretty tired, as does everyone, I imagine. Yeah, got home today, and there was a box waiting for me. And it was a box I wasn't expecting. So I took it in the office and opened it up, and there was something very nice in there. Something that has traveled from afar, um, and it was from these guys. American Eric Harper and Casey Wheeler, podcast from the Pit Boys. One of our friends over on the other side of the world, very far from Australia, had sent me something. And, um, it's just so great to get stuff. Um, I just don't get surprised by stuff being sent to me because usually I'm buying it and not getting given it. So yeah, today was just a complete and utter surprise, and actually it was a bit humbling just to receive something that comes from so far and is such an awesome present. And yeah, so won't keep on crapping on. Let's take a look at it. Okay, so I've opened the box up, and straight on top, two stickers. Thanks very much, boys. I hope you enjoyed my Frostbite stickers, and these are just as nice. Look at the hollow glare on that. Love a good hollow. You pick the good colours. Good stuff. Now, these two stickers were hiding something glorious. It was this. Now, I remember seeing this mentioned in a few people's, not videos, but more the Insta posts. So I did actually remember that it was a Delta 17 figure. But what I had forgotten, and I had to look this up, was that it was a Joe Fest 2024 exclusive. So these boys have not only bought it for myself, and not only just paid to send it from the United States over to Australia, but they've also gotten me something that I think I can't get anywhere else, just at Joe Fest, I believe, or maybe it was for Joe Fest. But either way, this thing is just amazing. I haven't taken it out of the package yet. I wanted to do this with you, just so we could share the awesomeness together. But just looking on the outside, like, it is known as the Okami Elite Sentry. Okami being Japanese for wolf or wolves. And I thought that this was just a standard clamshell, and then you look up the top, and it's got the Delta 17 logo in it. Like, this thing is awesome. So before we crack this open, I want to just have a quick look on the internet and just see more about this. So I felt there was no other place to go to take a look at information on this than our good friend Surveillance Port. So let's go to his website and check it out. Okay, so here we are at Surveillance Port's website. Um, this dude on Insta is amazing. He's very good at pointing us in the direction of where we need to go to look at things we need to look at. And I love him for that. Um, he's really quite nice to talk to behind the scenes. Yeah, so Surveillance Port. Um, Here we go. Now we're looking at the Akami Elites entry. This is what the boys from Podcast of the Pit sent me. And I just wanted to show you a few pictures and run through a bit of background knowledge first before we crack into the actual figure. So, yeah, Surveillance Port's got some nice photos up here. Um, Now, when I was looking at the figure just by itself, I couldn't really see that well because, like I said, I haven't opened it yet. Couldn't really see what was going on with that backpack. And I've only seen this in people's pictures on their Insta, previously. So yeah, this thing is amazing. As you can see there, it comes with so many pieces. Um, and just by the way, if you haven't bought yourself some Delta 17 figs, head over to their website and just purchase a couple. Even here in Australia, I've bought two, and they were shipped really nicely to me, and I cracked them open. You can go and check out my previous videos on opening those two figures. They are really nice figures. So in a manner of speaking, I'm not overly surprised that this thing that the podcast from the Pit Boys have sent me is amazing as well, because the quality coming out of Delta 17 has just been ridiculous. So yeah, this thing just seems to come with a ridiculous amount of accessories, and almost has like the bat GI Joe bat approach to it, but being a ninja. Um, so the thing that looks awesome about this is it has interchangeable hands that can go onto these hand pegs. But if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. You can just strap that gun onto either in the fist or on the peg on the hand, which is what we never had with bats. Is actually putting firearms onto the hand pegs. So it looks really cool. Now it's what I did see in that packaging was this backpack, and apart from the actual ridiculously good detail sitting on this figure, this backpack just looks like an absolute beast of a weapons rack. Um, just so like everything is fitting onto it. Like you can sort of see that the fists are fitting onto there. Like everything he's got is fitting on there. Um, so yeah, just so good. Now it's sitting on there, as I mentioned before, Kami being Japanese for wolf or wolves, are a seemingly limitless army of robot ninja warriors built in Shadow Dragon's secret hidden factory or base. The robots primarily remain underground, serving as Shadow Dragon's personal guard, and focus on close range combat more than their standard counterparts. The Akomi robots are unlike anything seen so far. They're extremely fast, light, agile, and have no fear of personal injury. They can leap up to 10 feet in the air, throw knives from their chest bandolier with precision, and engage multiple enemies with ease. The antenna on their heads is where they receive commands from Shadow Dragon or another unit leader. The Akami are equipped with both night vision and thermal optics. So it's saying both hands on the Akami can be removed and replaced with smaller hand swords or a submachine gun, equipped with a two-part backpack that can stow all the gear, including the swappable hands. The backpack can be used in the light attack mode, stowing only the two long swords and gun, or it can be used in the full carry mode, where both backpack parts are attached and loaded up with all the accessories. So yeah, just ridiculous. Surveillance Port's page continues on with the release of the #1 comic for Delta 17 as well. Yeah, just so good. Um, I only got 2 figures from Delta 17 just because, it was a bit expensive to get over to Australia. But yeah, just great stuff. I really have nothing but support for those two dudes doing that. But yeah, thanks very much, Surveillance Port, and let's take a look at the actual figure. Okay, so look at this beautiful guy. I actually don't get too excited over brand new figures anymore, just because I love the vintage line so much. But like, I'm not gonna lie, those figures that we saw, I'm just grabbing them now from Delta 17, just so nice. Go back and watch my opening vids of these, and talk about all the detail. The detail on these figures is just really phenomenal. I can't give them enough applause for how well they've done getting all these out into market when other companies haven't done so well. So yeah, now looking at the pictures of this and looking at it through the box, I am just absolutely stunned at how great this looks. So didn't need the knife. All right. So in my previous opening vids, just as a starter, like, these stands are awesome. I quite regularly hear people say in their videos that they're not a stand guy. I don't know how you can't be a stand guy. Like, one hit to your cabinet, you don't have them on stands, and they're just flying. So yeah, it's really nice to see some professional looking stands coming out of this. Like, these don't look like your normal clear rubbish type things. And I'll tell you straight off the bat, these are way better than anything I'm 3D printing. So yeah, great job with that. So the figure itself, I'm absolutely blown away at the detail on this thing. So these individual little pins, throwing pins on there, they stand out so well. It's just a phenomenal use of colors, just red and black and silver. For some reason, it is just banging on this figure. So yeah, let's take this off. Do the figure first. All right, so head to toe. It's got his antenna up the top. Looks really good. It's always nice when there's something on a mold for these figures that goes above, say, a mil or 2 mil. And this thing stands out pretty well. Looks really good. I'm loving the we've got the eyesight on the head there, but you can see he's got his sort of just the one eyesight, giving him something extra, a bit of thermal or infrared or something on there. Looks really nice. And then on the side, we can see a bit of earpiece action there. Coming down, sort of got these His shoulder guards on there. I can't give enough. Anything on silver on this figure just seems to be, just on fire. Like, it's just great. The pins are magic. That piece there, I don't know what it is, some type of communications device possibly, but it looks great. I'd love to actually know now, like looking at this figure, what was the painting method for this? Because it's great. We see our typical, cloth belt coming down on there. The arms. It's got a great swivel. And obviously the hands. The hands come off real nice. Real nice slide on them. Okay, the legs. Just phenomenal detail. Check out those sides on the side with the shuriken. It's just spot on. There's no paint mishaps, anything like that. It is beautiful. You can see I even used black screws. That's what it looks like. I can't see it well enough, but I'm going to say that they're black screws as well. Jeepers. Great touch, boys. And then, I've always loved as well, once again, when the mold comes out like that on the knees to just show that they have, like knee pads on. That's great. Just excellent. It's really, really nice piece. Okay. So now with his backpack. Now it mentioned, sorry, getting out of focus. It mentioned on that description that there was two components to this, and we see it. See if I can. Yeah, you can see it there. So you've got your back peg that goes into his back, and then you've got another back peg that's coming into the hole of this main structure. So it's splitting into two backpacks. One is holding the firearm, and the other one, let's get this on. This is just my own old person capability. One's holding the firearm and two katana. And the other part, which is the main part, is holding his, the two katana that strap onto his hands. So he's got his hands equipped. Let's take a look at this weapon. So this thing looks really nice. The detail on this is super good. You can see it in the magazine. That is great. Okay. In hand, how does it go? Tight as. Toit like a toiger. It's in hand. Now, the thing I love about these figures is because you can move the wrist, you can move the weapon. And we don't have any of this idiot stuff we did with the vintage Joes, where you put a weapon in their hands and it then becomes a struggle to be able to display properly so they don't look special trying to use the weapon. But because we can move his wrists, wow, it looks fantastic. Love it. This is so fun, Eric and Casey, because I really enjoyed my first two Delta 17s, and now you've got me all excited again. All right, so firearm out. Let's get the katanas out. How do they slide out? Not too bad. Now, these things, once again, are phenomenal detail. They feel really nice. Not bloody floppy rubber like Hasbro. Sorry, I mean massive toy company with multi-billion-dollar budget. I didn't say anyone's name at all. Okay, in hands. They go in hands well. And once again, because we can move wrists, we can do anything we want. That looks great again. These things are just made to pose. All right, so that's the katanas. So, such a simple piece for a backpack. Done really well. So let's strap him back in. Like so. And then weapon or firearm goes on back. Oop. And that becomes a really nice backpack by itself. Let's take a look at it on. That's a kick-ass backpack for this dude. Look at that go. All right. Now, this part. This has the hand katanas. He wants to do a bit of chop suey. He's got it. Well, that looks pretty sweet. Pretty deadly. Very well done. Okay, so obviously you can mix and match to your heart's desire. This looks like it goes in either way. Not limited to a certain way. And then this goes back on like that. With that on there. And then you can, oh yeah, I didn't put the weapon on. There we go. Forgot that one. So if you want to, you can strap that weapon on like that. This thing is just a photographer's wet dream. Look at it go. Just do whatever you want. Put it in any pose. No problems. Backpack back on. And firearm Actually, let's put him to right arm there. And then let's apply the stand, because he'll be joining his other mates there. And then there we go. Seriously nice piece. I don't know how much this thing costs. I don't want to look, because that's the, someone's bought it for me, and I don't want to ruin the surprise. I can tell you, if, you should go over to Delta 17's website right now, see how much this thing is, and if you can afford it, you should buy it. This is an excellent figure. And I'm sure a lot of people would know I don't say excellent figure regarding a modern figure very often. Yeah, so good. If you don't own Delta 7, if you haven't got any Delta 17, just go buy one if you can. If you don't mind the prices and you can afford it, support these boys. They're trying to create something here for us all, and they're just kicking ass, as far as I'm concerned. Also want to say, take some time, go check out the podcast from the pit on YouTube. I fail in the fact of trying to pump out videos. These boys are regularly getting guests on to discuss vintage Joes. And we all know Casey doesn't mind a bit of Motu as well. They're just really nice guys doing, making content for us all. So, boys, thank you so much for sending me this present. It was just so nice. It made me very, very, very happy. Big thanks also to Ronnie Trickshot for facilitating as the middleman in the postage game. I do appreciate it, mate. Yeah. Thanks so much, everyone, for watching. If you're not currently subscribed to podcasts from the pit or myself, please hit that sub button. Go check out Delta 17. Go check out Surveillance Port on both the internet and Instagram. Go and support all of these people. They are taking time to make things, content, toys, whatever for you. Love you all. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.